Hey bosses, it's Nina. So as you know, I've been playing around with the new beta version of PicMonkey. I did an overview video, so if you haven't seen that, just go ahead and click on the link in the description or at the top. But what I thought I'd do was start showing you how much I use PicMonkey using the new beta version, so you can kind of see how it works. One of the things I do a lot is create course covers or thumbnails for my online school. So if you go to learnitonline.com, you'll see that I create these little course covers and I try to make them, with the exception of a couple, I try to make them very, very easy. And so now that I'm gonna have my VAs start creating these, I just wanna show them how I'm doing this in PicMonkey. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to also show you how to create it. So if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe and ring that little bell so you can see all my videos that are coming up with PicMonkey. But let's go. Oh, and if you haven't tried PicMonkey, I'll leave a link in the description. I believe they still have the trial. And you can look at my intro video for all the details on cost and setup and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and click on create, and let me just make sure of the size here. Okay, so usually I create everything, I mean almost everything on social media at 1280 by 720 because that's what YouTube thumbnails are. But I'm gonna start doing the right size because I'm moving over to the advanced or the new templates for Thinkific. So when I click on, and actually I talked over that, so let me show you. I clicked on blank canvas and I'm just gonna change the size at the top here. It did move for those of you that are seeing the difference in the top right hand corner. If you want to look here, you'll see that you can actually just pick out your size or according to what you're looking at. So tweets, squares, half page ads, like they just have everything here. But this is for Thinkific. I'm sure they don't have a template for that. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on make it. PicMonkey, if you're watching this, it would be great if we can create our own templates with our own sizes so we can select them over and over again. I do have a trick for that, but for now, we're just going to start here. Okay, so I have my little square here. One thing I wanted to show you guys, I actually like this. I can make this dark, so as you're kind of playing around with all of your stuff, it looks better, especially if you have a white background. First thing I'm gonna do is name it. This is gonna save to Hub automatically. And so this is, I think, winning with webinars. And this is my strategy session, and I should put in the beginning. I am really a stickler for naming. And even though, so basically I try to name everything so I can search it everywhere. Because remember, I am gonna export this as well. Okay, so I have this all set up. Here are my layers. I'm gonna go ahead and add an overlay. And so what I've done, and I do this in all of my applications, is I upload everything I need in advance. So I'm gonna go to my hub. You'll see I have tons of pictures. You'll start seeing these on my Instagram soon. If you want me to do a video, and actually I'll come back to that. I'm gonna start doing some more things on Instagram, so I've been trying to make templates. Anyways, in my collection in Hub, you'll see that if I go down, I have stock images. So this is for Learned It Online, but these are for my Instagram, but I also have stock images for backgrounds, salons, all kinds of stuff. In the last week or so, I've uploaded different things like icons and Instagram templates. I've actually created these. I'm just gonna go in there so you can see it. Started creating my Instagram templates. The reason I did this, and I'm still doing this, is because I want to be able to create graphics from my phone. And in order to do that, I don't want to search for them. These are all stock images that I've paid for. I have, and I'll leave the link below, but I have a subscription where I pay for stock images. I have my logos here. I have app logos in here, so I don't have to continue to look for them on the internet. I actually went to LinkedIn site and Instagram site and pulled these. So I basically make it easier for myself by just uploading everything I need in advance so I can use it from my phone, so I could use it here, and I don't have to look for stock images when I need them. Okay, so let me find the picture that I need. At the top, I have my stock images here. Okay, since this is about webinars, I do want someone in front of their computer, so I'm going to use her. Double click here. And I did notice in this newer version, after you double click, just wait, because I would double click, then double click, then double click, and then I would end up with multiple copies. So if I wait for a little bit, I believe it has been added. Please don't prove me wrong. There you go. So I just have to wait. Remember, it is beta, so there's going to be some issues. Again, PicMonkey, if you're listening, that's a great thing to fix. Okay, I'm just going to drag it out. Notice that I can tell exactly where it is in the middle, right? That it's exactly in the middle, sorry. The reason I have that is because I've turned on, and where are they at? Down at the bottom, I've turned on my options where I can see where the edges and center is. I can also turn on a grid. That helps a lot of people. I don't use that. The main thing I want to know is if it's in the middle, but in this case, I kind of don't care. I just want enough space to add stuff on the sides. So I'm just going to keep on dragging it until it has enough space. I don't want her head cut off, but I do want more space on the left-hand side. So I'm just going to keep on dragging and kind of playing with the size. I still want you to be able to see the laptop. So I guess this is probably the best size. I am going to turn this off so it doesn't snap. It's kind of snapping into place. I don't want this. Do I have it on still? There you go. There you go. I'm turning it back on because I'm going to need that. Okay, so anyways, we have that. Notice I can see everything. I just click outside and then I can see where it cuts off. I actually like that. Okay, to create simple graphics, remember on these, I literally just have kind of like the text and things like that. I'm just going to use another layer. Now it's under basic and I can look at the shapes here. The square you cannot, so the square is locked and I'll show you that. So the square, if I drag it here, it's going to resize everything, right? Same ratios. But if I use a rectangle, I can make this side smaller and this side longer. So if I like, and I usually do this when the background, how do I say that? When it's not enough contrast between the background and text. So you can put like a little thing here and put some text on it. I'd make it a little bit. And then I would like duplicate it and put some text over here maybe. But I think since it's a gray background, I'm just hitting my delete key. Since it's a big gray background, I could probably just add text. I want to make sure you can see it from your phone. So I'm going to use Impact. I use that a lot so you can see it. Or any kind of chunky kind of sans serif. Sans serif means it doesn't have the little things on the end. So see how these have decorations? It's just easier to see from your phone. So when you go into PicMonkey, look at the difference between sans serif and serif. I do have a video on the different fonts. But I'm going to go ahead and just add the font here. Add the text here. And actually, I'm just going to talk. I just want to see. And I use a lot of duplications to save me time. Usually I do it after I pick like the colors and all of that. Winning with webinars. One of the things to keep in mind is you don't have to put the full name, and I'd rather you not put the full name of your course on the graphics. Remember, and I always say this to people, I'm just going to zoom in here. You just want to catch the attention of people and then have them read the post or information later. Okay, so I'm here and I'm going to change on this side, cover it up so it's not a lot over here. I'm actually just going to change the size. Now, they no longer have the slider. I hope they bring that back because I hate this. I like to slide it and see how it goes. And this is just cumbersome to be able to have to type to see the size. Okay. And it's looking a little fuzzy. This is like weird. I don't know why it looks so fuzzy. I've noticed a couple of things that I've reported with the fonts. Okay. So that's 34. Let's see if this is going to be about 40. I'm trying to make these align. And since this is, I'll show you what I mean. There you go. I want them to align on both sides so it's fully aligned. So all the way to the right and all the way to the left and it looks like it's like one block. Again, this is much easier to do in the old PicMonkey where you can kind of slide it. So I'm gonna say winning with webinars. This is just, it's kind of behaving weird. I like the new PicMonkey, but it's just weird in certain areas and I cannot explain it. If you use PicMonkey a lot, you'll know kind of the way things are moving, how it's different. Anyways, I'm just cleaning this up. Okay, and that's fine. I don't like the dark colors here, so I'm going to use my brand colors. Notice that if you click here, right? Sorry, here, they have different templates that you can use. I did request, I hope they put it in there, that you can actually save your own templates, so your own brand colors. Hopefully they do that. But in this case, I'm just going to click in here. Again, I don't like that I have to click now and then type this. 1D. But I'm hoping they'll fix that. There's just too many clicks. I should be able to click there. Okay, there you go. And then this, I may use the same color. This is kind of weird. I'm selecting something else. It hasn't moved yet. There we go. CB88. And I actually like that. I'm going to add another overlay. So I'm going to add my logo. And this is for Learned It Online. And I don't want this to be like the primary focus. I hope this doesn't come out as fuzzy as it's looking. Maybe it's because I'm zoomed in, but never had a problem with things being zoomed in before. So I'm going to click this on the right, make it a little bit smaller. And what I'm going to do is fade it just a little bit. There you go. And then I usually, I'm going to put this up because I don't like the way it looks right there. And then I add some text with the website. And I try to use text that's very clear. And then change that to black. Again, I don't like the extra steps there. I should mention that I am purposely using the beta version. I'm going to get used to it, and I also want to be able to provide feedback. However, you can always switch back to the old PicMonkey up at the top here by going back to switching to the old. One thing to note is that the versions or the file format of the images are different. I don't know how that impacts it at this point, but you'll see in your hub, and I'll show you in a minute, that it looks different. Now, I don't like this simply because this is very, very blurry. I've never had this issue with PicMonkey, so I will show them this as an example. I may have to switch back. But in general, you'll see that it's really, really easy. I added some text. I used impact or something that's very bulky so you could see from your phone. And then I added my little logo and faded it. And then under that, I added the website. For now, I'm just going to try to think if I want to take that off because it just looks terrible here. Let me just see. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this like fuzziness that's going on everywhere. Don't like it. Okay, now that everything is done, I would export it. What I do like is that they have different file types that you can download now, but you just want to export it. One thing you'll want to do also, I'm just going to go back into the hub and show you all a couple of things. On your hub, I mentioned that you'll see, let's see. I don't see it. It used to say old. There you go. These are created in the old version, right? And the ones that I just created don't have that. So I'm not sure what the difference is, but there's two different formats. But anyways, what I would do is now move this to a collection. So I'm going to click on the image, and then I'm going to click on the move button in the bottom right hand corner. And then I'm going to go to my LIT, and actually I think I called it, I think I have them under Pink Boss Academy, which I need to move. But those are my Pink Boss Academy thumbnails, and I'm going to move it that way. And I think that's it. Now it disappeared from the unsorted. Notice they have unsorted images now, and then you have them in your collections. And if I go to my Pink Boss Academy, which I'm going to change, I should just show you guys now. Click rename, LIT, course thumbnails, all right? And you'll see these are all the thumbnails I've created for my school. All right, you guys, that's it. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'm going to be doing some PicMonkey stuff for Instagram, PicMonkey stuff for social media posts. I'll probably go over the app at one point, but just let me know what questions you have. Give me some ideas. Do you want me to redo all of the things that all my videos for PicMonkey? I have a lot. You guys actually like the PicMonkey videos on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. But on my YouTube channel, you guys seem to like a lot of the PicMonkey that has videos that have to do with like removing backgrounds and other stuff like that. So let me know. Look through my existing, if you go on my page, look through my existing videos that I have on graphic design and editing, and just let me know which ones of these you want me to redo using the new PicMonkey. All right, y'all, I'm out.